Um, it's a pleasure to connect with you all from all around the world. Today, I want to share a new perspective on managing chronic kidney disease by exploring the potential of something as simple and neglected as side streams from the brewing industry. Chronic kidney disease affects 10% of the global population and is expected to become the world's fifth leading cause of mortality by 2040. CKD can be viewed as a silent epidemic because it can remain asymptomatic until its advanced stages. The kidneys are responsible for filtering toxins from the blood, but as kidney function declines, these toxins build up, leading to a host of complications, everything from hypertension to cardiovascular disease. I'm sorry, there's airplanes flying outside here. Maybe you can hear them. Early detection is critical in CKD. The challenge we face is identifying this disease early enough to slow its progression. With the rise of modern medicine, we focus heavily on managing diseases that have already emerged. However, I believe in the power of prevention, and today we'll explore how something as unexpected as Brewers Spent Grain could offer a preventive approach that benefits both people and the planet. Now let's dive deeper into the relationship between the gut and kidneys, known as the gut-kidney axis. This bidirectional relationship means that when kidney function declines, it not only affects toxin filtration, but also disrupts gut health. We see this disruption in the form of gut dysbiosis, an imbalance in the gut microbiota, which further exacerbates kidney damage. Uremic toxins like indoxyl sulfate and TMAO are produced in the gut, but their accumulation in the blood contributes to systemic inflammation and accelerates the decline in kidney function. This toxic cycle is where BSG can make a difference. Fermented BSG has the potential to support beneficial gut bacteria, which can help break this vicious cycle, reduce the burden of uremic toxins, and ultimately slow the progression of CKD. Although the research is still in its early stages, the potential for BSG to modulate this gut-kidney axis offers a promising avenue for managing this disease. BSG is the primary byproduct of the brewing industry. What many may not realize is that this byproduct is packed with nutritional value. BSG contains approximately 70% dietary fiber, a combination of both soluble and insoluble fibers. It is also rich in proteins, essential amino acids, fats, polyphenols, and other bioactive compounds. These components may offer health benefits, especially in patients with CKD. The high fiber content of BSG could support the growth of beneficial gut bacteria, potentially reducing the production of harmful uremic toxins like indoxyl sulfate and TMAO. As we discussed in our paper, BSG's potential role in managing CKD through the modulation of the gut-kidney axis could offer a natural and sustainable dietary intervention. This may complement traditional CKD treatments, but further research is required to validate these early findings. BSG accounts for about 85% of the total solid residues produced during brewing, where barley is the primary grain used, but there could also be other grains present in lesser quantities, depending on the brewing technique. The main components of BSG are the husk, pericarp, seed coat, and aileron layer. So essentially the outer layers of the barley grain. One of the main potentials of BSG is its presumed ability to support the growth of beneficial gut bacteria, such as bifidobacteria and lactobacilli. These bacteria could help strengthen gut integrity and reduce systemic inflammation, which are key challenges in CKD management. As I've already mentioned, BSG may reduce the level of the uremic toxins, toxins that contribute to kidney damage and disease progression. However, it's important to note that while the preliminary findings are promising, as we discuss in our paper, more clinical trials are necessary to confirm these early results. To understand the gut-kidney axis, let's start from the bottom up. On one side, gut health is influenced by a balance between beneficial bacteria and harmful bacteria. When this balance is disrupted, gut dysbiosis occurs, which can lead to an overproduction of harmful metabolites. On the other side, the kidney side, as chronic kidney disease progresses, the kidney lose their ability to clear uremic toxins, leading to their accumulation. This issue is exacerbated by certain medications prescribed in advanced CKD and dietary restrictions often imposed on patients. As we discuss in our paper, fermented BSG could serve as a modulating agent within this axis. It has the potential to promote beneficial gut bacteria, mitigate dysbiosis, and reduce uremic toxin production. By doing so, it may help reduce systemic inflammation, which is a key factor in CKD progression. This interconnected system shows the importance of addressing both gut and kidneys and the health to slow the advancement of the disease. I'm a firm believer in the power of fermentation. Fermentation increases the bioavailability of nutrients, releasing bound polyphenols and other bioactive compounds with antioxidant properties. In addition to boosting nutrient content, fermentation may act as a prebiotic enhancer. This further promotes the growth of beneficial gut bacteria. This could support gut health by, as I see it, doing the kidneys or doing the gut's job outside the belly. This means that the fermentation process allows BSG to become more effective in modulating the gut-kidney axis. As with much of what we're exploring today, further research is necessary to fully understand how fermentation can maximize BSG's potential in managing CKD. Another essential aspect of realizing the full potential of BSG is improving the methods of extraction and processing. Various agro-industrial extraction techniques can be applied to BSG, which allow us to release valuable bioactive compounds and nutrients more effectively. These techniques include mechanical processes like milling, as well as more advanced methods such as enzymatic extraction and fermentation. By optimizing these processes, we can improve the release of arabinoxylin and polyphenols and other bioactive compounds that we find in BSG, making it more effective for use in health applications. In our paper, we argued that, for example, pre-treatment with milling followed by additional fermentation as additional extraction technique could be an effective way to release polyphenols, arabinoxylins, and other bioactive compounds, which could also be an environmentally sustainable method. BSG not only holds promise for human health, but also aligns with principles of sustainability and environmental responsibility. BSG is a byproduct of the brewing process, and repurposing it for human consumption reduces waste and contributes to a circular economy. This approach decreases reliance on raw materials while minimizing environmental impact. The environmental benefits of upcycling BSG are significant. By diverting BSG from landfills or animal feed, we can reduce greenhouse gas emissions and lessen the need for additional land or resources to produce food ingredients. This sustainable upcycling process has the potential to lower the brewing industry's environmental footprint while providing a valuable resource for addressing human health challenges. In the context of CKD management, utilizing BSG is not only a health solution, but a sustainable choice benefiting both people and the planet. Beyond its health and environmental benefits, BSG offers a significant economic opportunity. Globally, around 40 million tons of BSG are produced annually, providing a massive resource that could be repurposed into new revenue streams. Upcycling BSG not only aligns with sustainable food production, but also taps into the growing market demand for health-oriented and environmentally friendly products. BSG-enriched foods could serve as functional foods, especially managing CKD. However, the potential applications of BSG extend beyond CKD, opening doors to its use in other health conditions where gut health plays a role. The flexibility of BSG allows it to be used in both the food and pharmaceutical industries. This convergence of health, sustainability, and economic opportunity suggests that BSG could become a key ingredient in future markets, offering benefits across multiple sectors. As with any novel approach, there are challenges that must be addressed before BSG can reach its full potential. One of the main pressing matters is the need for clinical trials. While the preliminary findings are promising, much of the current evidence is either preclinical or a narrative, as in our paper. Validating the health benefits of BSG in CKD patients through rigorous clinical trials is essential. Another challenge lies in the variability of BSG composition, which depend on factors such as brewing techniques and the type of grains used. Standardization and quality control are crucial to ensure consistent outcomes when using BSG for health purposes. Consumer acceptance is another important factor. BSG-enriched products need to be both palatable and tailored to the dietary needs of CKD patients. Finally, while BSG upcycling could be more environmentally advantageous compared to conventional methods, we must continue optimizing processes to minimize its environmental impact, especially when scaling up production. In conclusion, BSG presents a unique and promising opportunity, rich in dietary fibers, proteins, and bioactive compounds. BSG holds the potential to support gut health, reduce uremic toxins, and decrease systemic inflammation, key factors in the progression of CKD. As we've explored today and discussed further in our paper, while the early findings are encouraging, there is still a need for clinical trials to validate the safety and efficacy of BSG in CKD patients. The challenges of standardization, consumer acceptance, and scaling up production also need to be addressed to fully unlock its potential. Ultimately, the collaboration between nephrologists, microbiologists, food scientists, and environmental experts could make a real difference in advancing BSG as a sustainable and effective intervention for both health and environmental impact. By focusing on preventative strategies like this, we can not only improve patient outcomes, but also make a positive contribution to the planet. Thank you for your attention. I'm happy to take any questions.